What is up guys, it is Cage here and welcome back to episode 8 of my funded journey. In the last episode we took an amazing trade with a profit of $1,200. That put us just shy of a $600 of our funded account. Well, today in this episode we are funded. Yes, back-to-back funded, we have made the challenge is complete, and we have 2 funded accounts under our name right now. Normally there's a replay on the screen right now of the trade, but I forgot to record it because the trade was done in 7 to 8 minutes. It was really fast, so I did forget to record it, but we do have the funded certificate here. So before we go over the technicals of this trade, let's go to our Excel sheet and let's look at our plan next. Looking at this Excel sheet, I have now put the final trade in there. Yes, this is the 13th of March and it is now the 26th while recording this, so I'm late on schedule. I'm sorry for that, but a lot of episodes will come soon. And I prioritize my trading before making the videos, so you'll get to see the videos eventually of this journey. But great news guys, 53k, the challenge is complete. We are funded, so we now have 2 funded accounts that we can trade on. And let's start going for those payouts now. This was a tight trade because it is a little different of what I would normally shoot here. But I did have some confluences and I got a little spider scent in this trade. So I took it, and as always guys, front run your TPs. And that's what saved me here. This was a 2.6R, which is around $650 that I realized, which made me funded. If I had targeted this wick, then the trade would have been a stop loss. But that's not the case now. We are funded. So let's go over the technicals of this last trade on the eval. And in the next episode, you'll see me taking trades on the funded. Going over the technicals, let's quickly go over this high time frame, because looking at the 1 hour, this was our last pull towards the downside, and then we've made new highs. So that would mean we would have to keep this level in order to still get that rotation up. So on the high time frame, I was correct here. Going straight away to the 1 minute here, I was really going ahead of myself, and I would not take this trade right now on the funded. Like I said, I got the little spider scent. That was just a little R I had to gain in order to get funded, but I will never take this trade again if I see it. But it felt right at the moment and it worked out. It won't always be like that though. Normally I want to see a break of structure. This was the point that caused us to make new lows according to this here. So if the markets decide to gain that, even though this is not a valid pullback in my books, at the time I did thought it was. So we made a new high and we grabbed liquidity on the highs. This means if we leave open our lows, then we can grab more liquidity on the highs, which is right here. And I waited patiently, and lunch, of course, lunch is, there's a rumor about lunch reversals. It happens, I would say, a lot. Yeah, it does. And the market had been trending down here, and when lunch opened, it often wants to go for a reversal. So with that in mind, I went looking at this chart. I was waiting patiently for my setup and for the manipulation of the market makers. That happened here. On ES we took the low, and on NQ we protected this low. So this was the last pullback that made us those new lows. So when we gain that, then on the internal part we can also expect price to keep this trend going, to grab liquidity on the highs again. So we broke the high right here, we made the candle, we made a bullish gap. I placed the order in there. I did not place my stop loss below this low. This was going up really aggressive, so I wanted to be with this momentum. And if I place my stop loss below this low, I would not have the RR gotten out of it that I have now. So I'm happy I did this while in the trade. And that's a 2.6 RR. I always front run my TPs because in the past my TPs have been front ran, and this all would have been bad. Also why I did it is because on the 2 minute time frame, this was a pullback before new lows. So that also means everything that has happened between here was still bearish, and I didn't see that at the moment, but I do now, and it's great to review this trade right now, look at it back, see what I did well and see what I did wrong. We're learning a lot from it. So this was the trade. This was episode 8. Guys, we are funded. Let's go over the next trade in the next episode on my funded account. Cage is out.